Hello everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Your Girl. Today we are making cocktails. I'll have you know, I do love food, but I love to make cocktails. We are in the month of July. I love the month of July. It is my birthday. We have wonderful weather outside. The sun is shining. We feel good inside. And what else but to have a cocktail on a patio somewhere. But now during this quarantine season, I am here to help you make cocktails at home. Today we are doing cocktails with whiskey, and we are using Virginia Black. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, whiskey in the summertime. People think that whiskey is a winter drink. There's so many amazing whiskey cocktails to enjoy in the wintertime, but I am going to show you some very refreshing ways to enjoy whiskey. Let's get started. I have on my table here everything we're gonna need. I have some rocks glasses here. I have some fruit, some oranges, lemon, and peaches. So I'll put this aside. I have my shaker tin, muddler, and strainer set up here. You don't necessarily have to have all of these tools, but if you're looking to make more cocktails and build your bar, I have purchased my accessories from Cocktail Emporium in Kensington. They stayed open for me. Visit your folks at Cocktail Emporium. We have some juices that we're using today. A lemon juice, lime juice, we have ginger beer, and one of my favorites, San Pellegrino, and we're using blood orange. The first cocktail I have on deck is called the 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. This is one of my concoctions. You are going to get one of your rocks glasses to start this. We are building this cocktail in the rocks glass. Our first step is to add 2 slices of orange. I'm going to drop that into the bottom of my glass. We are going to muddle our oranges in the glass, and this is going to help to bring out all the citrus flavor out of the orange, out of the skin. So you really want to muddle that very well in your glass. And once you got almost like a little puree, we are going to add Grand Marnier. I have this teeny bottle of Grand Marnier. I keep it in my cabinet. Grand Marnier is what I use to make my margarita. I prefer that over Cointreau. You can use Cointreau if you have it, or any other orange liqueur. So we're going to do just a splash. So this is something you can eyeball. Our next step is to add our lime juice. I mean, I call this a jigger. Some people don't call it a jigger, but some people call the shaker tin a jigger. I don't know. We are going to measure out ½ ounce of lemon juice, and we're gonna pour that in. Now for our Virginia Black. 2 ounces of this. Yeah, a little extra. Now we're just gonna add our ice. When I build cocktails, I love to use king cubes. And I'll show you what a king cube is just in case you don't know. And that is one of the big, massive cubes like this. King cubes are my favorite because they don't melt down as fast as chopped ice. In turn, it takes a longer time for my drink to water down. I am just going to place 2 king cubes. You always want to make sure that you get your ice to the top of your glass, like almost overflowing. So once the liquid goes in, the first little bit of the ice starts to melt down, it brings your drink leveled right to the surface. It's a fancy trick I learned in bartending school, but it goes a long way. So we're going to use a stir spoon, and we are going to stir our cocktail as best as we can. And once it slowly starts to melt, it makes it easy to turn the spoon. You don't want to use too much pressure with your spoon. You just want to allow it to roll through your fingers. To top our drink off, we're using San Pellegrino. This is blood orange. I think blood orange is gonna add fantastic flavor to this. The wonderful things about whiskey cocktails in the summer, especially these whiskey cocktails, they're not too heavy. And we just want to leave a little bit of room so we can place our slice of orange inside like that. Voila! Yeah, this goes down easy. The little extra Virginia Black just gave me that kick. This is great. This is actually a really good drink. Perfect. 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. Okay, so now for our next cocktail. We are making a classic 19th century cooler. This is, I would say, the Cinderella to whiskey sours. It's fresher, it's sweeter, a lot lighter for the summer season. This cocktail is called the Whiskey Smash. We want ample flavor and we don't want it watered down too much. So I'm using a smaller rocks glass for this. We'll place that to the side for now. We are going to build this cocktail in a shaker tin. You want to use the large side of your shaker tin for this. And we are going to add some lemon slices. So basically I cut half of a lemon and I sliced it into 4. We're gonna put that right into our shaker tin. Once that's in there, we are going to add our mint. Now my mint here is starting to fall. Gather yourself 4 mint leaves and you want to smack them. And I know that sounds like really strange. You can smack them like this, very lightly, and all the fragrance starts to come out of your mint leaves. So we're going to drop that into our shaker tin. We're doing 3/4 of simple syrup. So that's just about an ounce, but not quite. And if you're wondering how to get simple syrup or how to make simple syrup, it is equal parts of granulated sugar and water. You want to do 1 cup of sugar and then 1 cup of boiling hot water and mix it together. Let it sit. Once it starts to cool down, it turns into a nice little syrupy liquid. And that is your simple syrup. As simple as that. So after we add our simple syrup, we are going to muddle our ingredients. All right. Once that's done, we are going to add our Virginia Black. 2 ounces of this. And obviously a little extra for good luck. Now we're just gonna add our ice. If you're gonna use a shaker tin like mine, we're gonna lock it in and then we're gonna shake. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is frozen, so I'm gonna show you how to do this. Now, when you wanna open the top, now it's pretty stuck, you can't really open it. And especially because it's freezing. You want to smack your shaker tin on the side that has a little bit of an opening here. That loosens your top. We're going to grab our rocks glass and add 1 king cube. And before I forget, we have to double strain this cocktail. So I'm gonna grab a little kitchen strainer, a small one. The reason why we're double straining this cocktail is because we crushed a lot of those mint leaves. So we want to make sure we get rid of any excess parts of the fruit that we used. And here's our cocktail. A little bouquet of mint. And I'm going to add that right there on the top. So we have here our whiskey smash. And sweet, You can barely taste the whiskey. Like, it's not overpowering. It's like a lemonade. It's so fresh. It's perfect for the summer. Like, you couldn't get any better than this. I love this. I love me a little bit of sour, sweet. I love the freshness of the mint. Got it. On to our next one. Okay, so now are we ready for our 3rd and final cocktail? I hope you guys are ready for this one because this one is my favorite. So you're gonna need a cast iron pan. I'm just gonna put that on my stove to heat for about 2 minutes. And you can use a cast iron pan or a cast iron grill or barbecue. This is the best drink, I think, for barbecue. While you're already grilling your vegetables or your fish or your meat on your grill, you can save a little spot to grill some peaches. Yes, we are using peaches for this cocktail. This is definitely a whiskey that can be had on the rocks or neat. And if you know me, I drink my spirits neat. Great smell. I'm not much of a whiskey drinker, but what I really like about this whiskey is that it's made with 1, 2, and 3-year-old bourbon. It has a finish that's unlike other whiskeys. Anytime I've had a Jameson or Jack Daniels, there's this bit of a bite at the end that I'm really uncomfortable with. That's why I'm not a fan of whiskey. Whereas like when I like dark tequilas, it has almost like a caramel finish or a sweetness on the tongue. What I really love about Virginia Black, and this is what I like to tell a lot of people, is it has almost like this peaty bourbon scotch sort of finish. Now, I love scotch. I'm a scotch drinker despite what I look like. I like scotches and I like them really, really peaty. So I like a single malt scotch like Lagavulin or Laphroaig. So it tastes almost like the bottom of an ashtray. I love that. Something about the characteristics in a scotch that is enjoyable for me. What I like about Virginia Black doesn't finish with that bite, it finishes with that peat, if that makes any sense. I would say this is more of an easy drinking whiskey. The end of it doesn't just leave you hanging. It's finished, it's round. If we talk about the taste and the smell, I'm getting a lot of herb from it. I'm getting a little bit of apple. There's definitely like a little bit of almond or toffee, like nuttiness. The nuttiness might be that oak that's coming from the barrels the bourbons are done in. It's not overwhelmingly oaky. It doesn't linger too long on the tongue. The herb I get is almost like earthy, like leafy tree almost. So it could be like an apple tree. There we go. Yeah, definitely is very nice. It is an American whiskey. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it's good. So get your bottle of Virginia Black. Now that my cast iron pan is hot, we're gonna use our tongs and we're gonna add 4 slices of peaches to our pan. We're gonna let them fry 1 to 2 minutes on each side. To grill these peaches and get them down to almost a caramelized flavor is a great addition to using a whiskey like Virginia Black. Seeing as how it's round, it's very easy drinking. Adding the peaches to it just makes it a lot more friendlier, but it's also gonna enhance the flavors of the whiskey. So we're using a rocks glass. We're gonna grill our peaches, we're gonna let them cool down for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna add them to our glass. Okay, so we've taken our peaches from off the grill, and they're still a little bit smoking if you can see them. But they smell great. They smell so good. We are going to add them right into our rocks glass. So they're gonna be a little soft, so be very delicate with them. We're adding 3/4 of lemon juice, so again, just under an ounce. 2 ounces of Virginia Black because we add 2 ounces of everything. Just gonna add that in, for good luck. And I do want to point out, whenever you're pouring from your Virginia Black bottle, you want to pour from the flat side. You want to pour from that side, not from this side. It gets a little bit messy and you're going to waste a lot of your spirit like that. Ice, so again, king cubes, 2 massive king cubes on the top. That gives us about 2-3 cubes over. And we're going to use our stir spoon. And we're just going to get in there and kind of stir it a slight bit. Now we are going to top with ginger beer. You're just gonna garnish with peach slices. And we're done. This one I call Peachy Keen. This is like a spritzer almost, but with ginger beer. The Virginia Black with the peaches. That is it, folks. That is it. Peach is the perfect fruit to go with Virginia Black. Like this one's good. The other ones are great, but this one's like phenomenal. Whiskey in the summertime, underrated. Bring your Virginia Black on your yacht parties, at your barbecues, bring it to a family, friend's house, make some cocktails, have some fun. I wanted to keep these cocktails very simple, and I wanted to make sure that they were things that were easily obtainable for you and things that you would find in your fridge, like lemon juice, lime juice, lemon, mint, all that kind of good stuff. These are easy Virginia Black whiskey cocktails, and I hope that you can make some. Subscribe and comment if you like what we did here today, and thank you for watching Cooking with Your Girl.